Alrighty, y'all. I hope you're doing well. We're finally looking at getting our feet wet a little bit with Euro buses. That's right. This is like a whole nother thing. I think, there's some slight differences, some different brands. This suggestion comes to us from Razud Medzigis, I think, from Discord. So I do appreciate that. And, of course, we'll be looking at a couple clips of some different videos here, so I'll have them linked in the description. And yeah, we're just going to jump straight into it because I'm intrigued. I'm not a bus expert, so to say, but I do have some decent experience with some buses here in the U.S., and I can't wait to see the differences. Here we go. So first up, we have a Scania, which automatically I'm excited for because if you do know, I'm a big fan of Scania trucks. Again, another awesome gem of tough vehicles that, I don't get to see here in the U.S. This thing is freaking awesome, dude. Look at the size of the windshield. It's like the bubble-like, right? And then it just looks so sleek. That's like the first difference I would note. The buses I've seen in other videos where I look at emergency vehicles and just other scenes of various cities throughout Europe. I've seen buses lurking, right, in the background and stuff, and I've always thought, like, holy smokes, these look so modern and sleek. I don't know how you can make a bus look cool, but they do. This Scania irizar, or whatever it's called, this thing is looking badass already. We have plenty of buses here in the U.S., but to be fair, at least the ones I've experienced with, they look okay. They just don't look phenomenal. They don't look ugly. They don't look phenomenal. They're just kind of in the middle, like average. In here, holy smokes, look at that tank. Wow. That's big. Honestly, I'm not familiar with what that is. That was some sort of fuel tank or something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this bus is electric. I'm not sure if it's a diesel. I'm not sure if it's, propane. I don't know. Gasoline. I really don't know. That's something that if you guys want to point out some stats and specs that I missed in the video, please do so. Coming around to the back, this thing is hella big, by the way. And I know buses come, in many shapes and sizes, but this particular Scania is huge, and it's so sharp, dude. It's kind of cool, just because I've come to love the Scania trucks, and I have a decent amount of exposure to them from you guys through videos and posts and stuff, and this is the first time I'm really looking at a Scania bus. Like, what the heck? It's so cool. So the lighting is really sleek, really fancy. This bus looks functional, but it doesn't look utilitarian. And by that, I mean, of course, it's a bus. It's meant to do, a lot of work. It's meant to haul people around. This thing is definitely made to work. But it looks nice, like a little higher end. Dare I say almost luxurious? Or close to it. It's not like a totally gutted, ugly, like fleet vehicle. It looks a little bit of a step above. And while I realize this is partly because it is a coach bus, indeed, it's kind of a step above any coach bus I've been on in the U.S. There's a peek at the onboard bathroom. Or I don't know what the proper name for it would be, but interesting. It's a little tight, but it works. It's there. Wow, take a look at this thing. Holy crap, that can fit quite a few people. Still looks like it has decent room, too. The seats look relatively nice. And then coming up to the front here, what are we working with here? Look at the dash. It actually looks pretty cool. This is what I want to see. Oh, wow. Got that famous Scania logo. That's how you know. Right there. Dude, look at the cameras, like the screens for the cameras. Probably got cameras front and back, I imagine, right? I don't know what some of these controls do. It's pretty cool. A lot of buttons. Of course, your like info, vehicle info, vehicle health, telemetry, what have you. In the middle there. Look at the red line is at like what, 2,500 RPM. This is definitely a diesel or something similar. All torque. Don't need to rev to the moon in this thing. And 120 kilometers per hour. Speedo. Not that that matters, but... Oh, wow. It's even got a cigarette lighter up there. Interesting. Dang. I mean, it looks attractive. I feel like the buses I've seen weren't very car-like this. I mean, I don't remember them in exact detail. I guess it's not something I've really paid attention to unless you're driving a bus, but I do feel like this interior is nice, and I like how it's sort of car-like and familiar, and it's kind of nice, right? It doesn't look totally weird or like too basic, right? Where it's like, wow, I'm really driving something pretty dull here, right? Like, it's got some flavor to it, in my opinion. And the visibility, I'm sure, is like excellent out that humongous window we saw in the front, the windshield. And already this second video, remember, all these will be linked down there so you can check out the whole thing, and definitely check out their channels, okay? Here we have the same model of bus, maybe a different year. I mean, the one we were looking at a second ago was a 2024, so that was like brand new. But this is a Scania irizar. I might be saying that wrong. I do apologize if I am. i6, and this is in the UK, I believe, and I guess it navigates a pretty narrow passageway or something. Okay, you can see the sheer size of this thing compared to the SUV that was trailing it. Oh, no way. So he is navigating through something crazy. He had to turn and then do an immediate turn again. And look at that. We have a building right here, and we have a bunch of fences and obstacles right there. Oh, my God. And that is not a small bus. I didn't even notice how freaking big the mirrors are. I think those were missing on the last video. Maybe they take them off for the show, like that auto show I was at. Look at those. Holy smokes. They are definitely hitting up here in the trees. Shouldn't be a big deal, but just worth a note. He's got to really tuck in the corner here and not run into the brick. And he's got to make sure the ass end isn't dragging along the other building. He did it pretty quick. Right on through. And full confidence. I'd say he's driven that bus a time or two. That's not easy. That's not easy at all. Wow. SHM Travel. Executive coach and mini coach hire. In none other than the UK. Wow. Very cool. Get a look at that thing. What a beaut. I'm really digging this bus. And we're just getting our feet wet here. You guys got to send some bus suggestions and videos my way. This has been kind of a tough series to get started just because I didn't know how to approach it. But I'm digging this Scania. Okay, and then finally, our final clip here is the same bus again. The Scania irizar i6. I believe we're in Luxembourg, which I also don't know barely anything about as a country. Definitely have to learn more about that. I just know that random facts, little nerd facts I've seen in geography posts and stuff. I think that Luxembourg is obviously very small in size, surface area size. And then, of course, I believe they're something along the lines of like the most wealth per citizen or something like that. They're up there somehow. Something with money. Anywho, we're in the countryside in Luxembourg in this beautiful Scania. And you can kind of see it in motion. And other than a little bit of road whir, which is to be expected in any vehicle, very quiet. Barely any tire noise. No annoying engine drone. Sounds like it's very well insulated too. God, looks like it rides smooth. What an interesting job. Any bus drivers out there? Any bus drivers in the comments, gotta let me know. This looks like, other than the road markings and stuff, this doesn't look too different than like the countryside in Illinois. Just some gentle rolling hills, the different trees, and then the fields, the different shades of green there. Wow, that thing is smooth as silk. Yeah, and then if we just look up Scania buses, I mean, look at these cool examples, dude. Holy crap. Like, look at this. Holy smokes. This looks crazy. Look at this 2-level or double-decker, I guess you could call it. That is absolutely crazy. Wow. Yeah, I have a lot to learn. I don't really know anything about these other than just the look. I'm telling you, the look is so much different. They're beautiful, honestly. They're so cool, dude. I don't know how they make buses look cool, but they do. This one looks really clean, right? With the black? The tinted windows, the black mirrors, and the black grille. This thing looks mean as hell. And like I said, I know there's different types of buses. I think most of these we're looking at in this video just happen to be coaches. Of course, there's going to be different, sizes. There's going to be city buses and coach buses and luxury buses and tour buses and you name it. Like I said, I'm just, peeking into the bus world here, especially in Europe. And I feel like there's a lot to learn, a lot to just kind of take in. And I'm hoping you guys can suggest some really cool stuff and we can take a look at a lot more. Look at this yellow one. That thing is just sharp. It is totally sharp. I mean, dude, I haven't really found anything that I don't like from Scania, man. They just make some cool products. They just do. Now, this is bizarre. This is hella bizarre. This must be some sort of concept, EV concept. This one might be a little questionable, if I'm being fair. But mostly everything I like. Look at this one. This is just straight cool. And look at even the inside of this one. I know this can probably be spec'd a million different ways. The inside of this one, look at these seats. These look hella luxurious. Like, whoa. That looks like super way luxurious for a bus. This is an ADAC post bus. And if we look there, this is in Germany. So that thing is really cool, dude. Seeing it all done up like that. Look at that. That is so sharp, dude. Yeah, I can't wait to learn more about these. So you'll have to tell me in the comments what you thought of this, some stats or any corrections you would like to make, and keep your suggestions up. Wow, these buses, first impressions, really cool, really sleek, totally different than the buses I see. And seeing some of the interiors and just like the unique, sort of more modern designs. Yeah, these are nothing like the buses I see near me. I don't even know, honestly, I don't even know what brand makes the buses near me, like the city buses. And I know they all look kind of old. And there's like a couple newer ones in the fleet, but they still like look old. Like they don't look sleek like this. They just look more basic. And the newer ones are hybrids. I do know that because you can hear them take off kind of silent with like that electric whir. And then you'll hear like the motor or the diesel engine come on later. So that's kind of cool. But that's about all I know. Deeper into Chicago might have fully electric ones. I'm not really sure. I mean, they have a couple like electric garbage trucks and stuff. So maybe. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, that was very interesting. I hope to learn a lot more. Please throw a thumbs up on there if you enjoyed this and subscribe to be part of this amazing community we do have here. That is it for this one. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. And until next time, y'all, safe travels out there. I'll catch you later.